What makes a state the worst place to live in America? Today, we delve into a controversial ranking, examining states based on crucial aspects such as their economic performance, healthcare systems, educational facilities, and crime rates. Our methodology is comprehensive, combining statistical data and expert opinions to paint a vivid picture of each state's living conditions. As we uncover the challenges these regions face, it's essential to approach with an open mind. Prepare to journey through the states you might want to think twice about calling home. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a state known for its surprising struggles. Despite its breathtaking mountains and serene landscapes, this state faces significant hurdles on the economic front. With one of the highest unemployment rates in the nation, many of its residents find themselves struggling to secure stable employment. Job growth here lags considerably behind the national average, painting a rather bleak picture for future opportunities. The challenges don't end there. The state's education system also grapples with underfunding and low graduation rates, further complicating the path to prosperity for its younger residents. On the health front, notable concerns arise with an increasing rate of lifestyle-related diseases, which are exacerbated by limited access to adequate healthcare facilities in rural areas. Despite its natural beauty and the promise of tranquility it offers, the economic and social challenges make it a tough place to live. This juxtaposition of stunning landscapes against a backdrop of struggle sets a complex stage for our number 10 spot. At number 9, a state once thriving now faces significant setbacks. Once a powerhouse of industry, this state's economic backbone was built on manufacturing and agriculture. But as the years rolled by, these sectors have seen a sharp decline. Factories that once hummed with activity are now silent, their doors shuttered, leaving behind a legacy of unemployment and economic stagnation. In tandem with its economic troubles, the state has witnessed a worrying increase in crime rates. Streets that were once safe now echo with the sounds of sirens more frequently than laughter. The infrastructure, too, struggles under the weight of neglect. Roads crumble and bridges groan, needing attention that seems perpetually deferred. Education and healthcare systems, once the pride of the region, are stretched thin, struggling to serve a population that increasingly feels left behind. It's a stark contrast to its golden years when this state was a magnet for opportunity and prosperity. Once a beacon of prosperity, this state now struggles to regain its former glory. Number 8 brings us to a state often overlooked on the map and in quality of life. Tucked away, this region grapples with the profound challenges of isolation, not just geographically, but also in terms of access to essential services. Here, residents face significant hurdles in accessing healthcare and educational resources, factors critical to any community's growth and well-being. The state's isolation is compounded by its harsh weather conditions and rugged terrain, which not only deter new residents, but also make daily life challenging for those who call it home. Winters can be brutal, with heavy snowfalls and bitterly cold temperatures, impacting everything from transportation to the availability of medical care. Summers bring their own set of challenges, with remote areas becoming even more inaccessible due to flooding or landslides. Education in such a setting struggles as well. With limited schools and fewer opportunities for advanced learning, the young minds here are at a disadvantage, often leading to a cycle of limited job opportunities and economic stagnation. Isolation and harsh conditions contribute to making this state a difficult place for many. What was once considered a paradise now ranks at number 7 on our list. Idyllic beaches, lush landscapes, and a warm climate might paint a picture of an ideal living destination. However, the reality is far from perfect. This state, famed for its natural beauty, is grappling with severe environmental challenges. Pollution has become a pressing issue, with its pristine waters and scenic coastlines often marred by waste and industrial byproducts. Moreover, the state is no stranger to natural disasters. Hurricanes, floods, and wildfires frequently disrupt life, causing not only immediate damage but also long-term economic disturbances. These natural calamities have a ripple effect, exacerbating the already high cost of living. Housing prices are sky-high, and daily expenses often outpace those in many other regions. The economy, heavily reliant on tourism, faces its own set of challenges. While visitors bring in revenue, the seasonal nature of tourism can lead to a fluctuating economy, making financial stability a distant dream for many residents. Paradise lost? This state shows that natural beauty alone isn't enough for a good quality of life. At number 6, size doesn't always equate to success. In this case, we're diving into a state where its vastness is overshadowed by stagnant economic growth. This giant, once bustling with industry and opportunity, now struggles to keep pace with the rest of the country. One of the most pressing issues here is political corruption. It's a problem that seems to have seeped into every nook and cranny of governance, stifling innovation and deterring investments. This, coupled with high crime rates in its urban centers, paints a grim picture of a state battling to uphold law and order amidst growing unrest. The public school system, too, mirrors this stagnation. Once celebrated for educational excellence, it now flounders, unable to provide the quality education necessary for fostering the next generation of leaders and innovators. The schools are in dire need of reform, grappling with outdated curricula and dwindling resources. This giant finds itself hampered by numerous systemic issues. Halfway through, at number 5, mismanagement is the key term. In the grand scheme of states struggling to keep their heads above water, this one stands out for its particularly egregious fiscal irresponsibility. Picture a realm where budget deficits bloom like unwelcome weeds in an otherwise fertile field. Year after year, the gap between revenue and expenses widens, driven by a series of ill-advised decisions and lack of foresight. This mismanagement extends its chilly fingers into every public service you can think of. Schools, once beacons of knowledge and opportunity, now grapple with oversized classes and outdated resources. Hospitals and clinics, essential for community well-being, face cuts that leave them under-equipped and understaffed. And the ripple effects, they're far-reaching. Infrastructure crumbles, safety nets weaken, and the very fabric of the community frays under the strain of financial neglect. Poor management has real consequences for residents of this state. Number 4 on our list is a state grappling with the decline of its main industries. Once hailed as a powerhouse of manufacturing, this state is now witnessing a significant downturn in its industrial sector. Factories that once buzzed with activity are now silent, and the once thriving towns centered around these industries are facing economic hardships. The root of the problem lies in the shift towards automation and overseas production. As companies seek cheaper labor and more efficient production methods, local jobs have vanished, leaving communities to deal with the fallout. This migration of industries has not only led to job losses, but also a decrease in state revenue, further straining public services and infrastructure. Moreover, the impact is palpable among the residents who are increasingly moving out in search of better opportunities. Young professionals and families are particularly affected, as they seek regions with more vibrant economic prospects. As industries fade, so do the prospects for its residents. Climbing to number 3, congestion and chaos dominate this state. Imagine a place where the roads are more like parking lots and the air buzzes with the constant hum of honking horns. Here, the issue isn't just the number of cars, but the sheer volume of people all squeezed into a tiny patchwork of city streets and aging highways. In this urban maze, overcrowding isn't just uncomfortable, it's a way of life. Residents find themselves in a perpetual race, battling for space on subways, in cafes, and even at parks. This overcrowding leads to sky-high stress levels, with the local populace constantly navigating a tightrope of daily tensions and frustrations. Moreover, the environmental toll is palpable. With so many people and vehicles packed into such confined spaces, air quality plummets while green spaces shrink, unable to keep pace with the urban sprawl. Resources are stretched thin, making sustainability a significant challenge. The daily grind in this congested state makes living here a challenge. Just missing the top spot, at number 2, a titan on the verge of collapse. In this scene, we delve into the story of a state that once thrived as a beacon of prosperity and opportunity, but now grapples with a myriad of daunting challenges. Political strife has torn at the fabric of this state's governance, creating a landscape where decisions are often more influenced by partisan battles than by the common good. The economic instability here is palpable. Businesses shutter, unemployment rates soar, and poverty spreads across urban and rural areas alike, leaving communities grappling with diminishing resources and increasing despair. Crime rates have escalated, further destabilizing cities that were once celebrated for their vibrant culture and bustling activity. The streets that thrummed with life and enterprise now often echo with the sirens of emergency services. Perhaps most tellingly, this state has seen significant emigration. Families and individuals, once the backbone of this titan, are leaving in search of stability and safety. leading to a declining population that jeopardizes the future of the state. A titan in turmoil, this state faces a steep path to recovery. At the pinnacle of our list, the #1 worst state to live in America is truly a nightmare. Here, the convergence of failing systems paints a bleak picture that stands as a warning to all. The economy, once bustling with activity, now sputters under the weight of high unemployment rates and an exodus of businesses. Educational institutions, which should be beacons of hope and learning, stagger under poor funding and dismal graduation rates. Healthcare facilities are overwhelmed, grappling with inadequate resources and a shortage of healthcare professionals, making timely and quality care a distant dream for many residents. Safety, a fundamental right, is compromised as crime rates soar and communities feel increasingly vulnerable. The layers of these challenges compile, creating a complex web that hinders progress and resilience. This state, with its scenic landscapes and rich history, now mirrors the shadows of its potential, held back by systemic failures and mismanagement. This state exemplifies what can go wrong when multiple systems fail simultaneously. We've navigated through America's bottom 10, but what have we learned? As we reflect on the factors that contribute to a state's desirability, or lack thereof, it's clear that governance, economic stability, access to healthcare, and educational opportunities play pivotal roles. These elements are not just indicators of a state's health, but are essential for its revival and growth. It's within the power of communities and leaders alike to foster change and transform these regions. Understanding these pitfalls is the first step towards creating better places to live across the nation.